How do people even play this deck? Yeah. Why do people play this deck? What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most powerful single prize decks in standard format, capable of scoring one-hit knockouts on even the biggest Pokemon VMAX and Tag Team Pokemon GX. Blacephalon from Unbroken Bonds. Blacephalon is an attacker that needs no introduction. Its Fireball Circus attack deals 50 damage times the amount of fire energy you discard from your hand for 3 fire energy. So this whole deck is geared to accelerate energy onto Blacephalon with Welder, which allows us to attach up to 2 fire energy from our hand to one of our Pokemon and draw 3 cards, and then get a bunch of fire energy into our hand so we can fire off gigantic Fireball Circus attacks. Now, this attack is very expensive. Not only do you need 3 fire energy on your Blacephalon, you also need sometimes 7 fire energy in your hand in order to knock out a Pokemon VMAX. So in order to fulfill that hefty attack cost, we do play 19 copies of fire energy, as well as 4 copies of Fire Crystal and 4 copies of Giant Hearth. Giant Hearth gets us 2 fire energy out of the deck, Fire Crystal 3 out of the discard pile, and then 19 fire energy to rely on in order to take our 6 prizes to win the game. Cramorant V is another great attacker in this deck for its Spit Shot attack, which deals 160 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and you do have to discard all energy attached to it in order to use it, but it's great for finishing off the game, especially if your opponent has a Dedenne-GX on their bench, which conveniently only has 160 HP. Now, we do have a very aggressive draw engine in this deck, since we only play 4 copies of Welder and no other draw supporters here, so we do have to rely on Pokemon in order to find the cards we need in order to take knockouts. We've got 4 copies of Stellar Wish Jirachi, whose Stellar Wish ability allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your deck when it's in the active position and pick a trainer card you find there, put it into your hand, and then the Jirachi becomes asleep. We know the drill, right? And then in order to get the Jirachi in and out of the active position, we got 4 copies of Scoop Up Net, as well as 4 copies of Switch. The whole Jirachi engine works perfectly with this deck. We do play Zacian V, whose Intrepid Sword ability is great early on for just drawing more cards, since you're going to need a ton of cards in your hand in order to take big knockouts with Fireball Circus. Intrepid Sword is very good. Even though we don't play any metal energy in the deck, we never attack with Zacian V. Intrepid Sword is just that good, ending your turn by drawing 3 cards. Very powerful. We do also play Oricorio-GX, whose Dance of Tribute ability allows you to draw 3 cards once during your turn, so long as you had a Pokemon that was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. And that happens all the time, since Blacephalon only has 120 HP. And then, of course, 1 copy of Crobat V and 1 copy of Dedenne-GX for their respective abilities, which allow you to refill your hand with more cards. Another inclusion I really love in this deck is Phione. I've really been enjoying Phione in Welder decks lately, since Welder decks usually cannot Gust and Welder in the same turn. Phione is the gift that keeps on giving. If it's on your bench, you can put it onto the bottom of your deck and force your opponent's active Pokemon to switch with one of the Pokemon on their bench. Your opponent does get to choose, but it can be very good for getting around Pokemon in the active that you can't quite KO. It's also great against Decidueye and Obstagoon, right? Because if you happen to be up against an Obstagoon using Obstruct, you can use Phione, push it to the bench, and then use Cramorant's Spit Shot attack to take out the Obstagoon. You can also use Phione and Gust it to the bench, and then use Boss's Orders to bring it back into the active so that you can actually KO an Obstagoon using Obstruct with Blacephalon. So Phione is very good for that matchup as well. And the last card we have here is Mewtwo with the Mind Report ability, which allows you to put a supporter card from your discard pile back on top of your deck. It goes great with Dance of Tribute or Oricorio or Crobat V or Dedenne-GX, since if you have Mewtwo in your hand, you can use Mind Report to put a Welder back on top of your deck and then draw into it with Oricorio-GX or Crobat V or Dedenne. It's definitely a powerful deck. It's a little bit temperamental at times. Sometimes you get these weird hands with Blacephalon, but when it works, my goodness, it is a very, very powerful deck and a force to be reckoned with. Let me know, what do you think of Blacephalon from Unbroken Bonds in the comments below. There we go, champ. Good stuff. All right, Blacephalon beats Control. Yeah. Good one. Ted Bear says, I hated that. Thanks. That was... I want my 20 minutes back. That was weird. That was weird. The only way, yeah, that was a weird game. I'm not sure if I routed that like the best I could, but I routed it better than my opponent, which is all that really matters. So I did route it better than my opponent. That rocked. But I felt like there were probably some things, had I known what I was getting into, there were probably some things I could have done better. If I were to watch that back, there are probably some things where it's just like, I'm not exactly sure, like times I played my Giant Hearth down, those would have been some things that I would have like looked at a little bit more critically in hindsight and been like, all right, should I really have committed my Giant Hearts here? Because the Giant Hearts were important. Also, like, thinking about how many different basic Pokemon I had down at any given point in time. That was also important. All right, looks like we might be playing against Senti. I've seen some Senti-Scorch players playing a Bird Keeper in the deck. I guess that makes sense if you're really scared of paralysis. Just go hard, you know? Just hit your switches. You feel me? Hit your switches. Just be a big boss dog. Hit your switches. That's my feeling on the subject. Who needs Bird Keeper? Yeah, it is Senti. Okay. Cool. We're chilling. Great matchup. They don't even play. They play Reset Stamp, but we're chilling. Yeah, what's up, Ryan? Yeah. I can't promise you that I'll be able to check it out live on stream, but I'll take a look. All right, we got Blacephalon. Got our energy that we're going to put down. And we're going to Giant Hearth. We're going to use probably Intrepid Sword just to get bigger hand at this point. Not you. You. Yep. We don't want to give them the Giant Hearth, so we're not going to give it to them. Stellar Wish. Oh, baby. It's going. It's going, chat. Bird Keeper can be good for the control matchup. Yeah. I don't know. You already play 4 Switch in the deck. I'm just not the... I know it's like... I guess the idea of Bird Keeper and Senti-Scorch is that it's like a Switch that you can Eldegoss for. And I get that. I guess... I just... 4 Switch is so many Switch. Right? It's so many Switch. You already got 4 Switch in the deck. That's so many. That's just how I feel about it. And you got your 4 Scoop Up Nets. Between 4 Scoop Up Net and 4 Switch. I think I've seen a lot of lists like kind of subbing the 4th Scoop Up Net for the 4th Scoop Up Net for the Bird Keeper. Which, like, yeah, especially if you're only playing 2 Jirachi, but I don't really agree with 2 Jirachi either. I think that's the more Jirachi, the merrier. That's kind of my feelings on it. I'm just not the biggest fan of Bird Keeper. I like Bird Keeper as a card. Not the biggest fan of Senti-Scorch, I don't think. Now, if Guzma were in Standard, we would all just be playing Guzma. But the Guz was too broken. The Guz made it so that you didn't even barely have to play switches. Alright, they're going to Welder 1 onto the Senti. And we're just in a fantastic spot here. All we have to do is just Weld or Double Fire. If they don't Reset Stamp me here. Alright, they're just going to do their 40 damage. This Senti-Scorch, it's out of here. Just straight up. The Senti-Scorch is a goner. I don't even need the Giant Hearth yet. Nope. And I've got the... I mean, my goodness. Fantastic. I'll even put it down now. That's fine. In the deck a little bit. At this point, I would not be surprised to see a Scoop. That would be not surprising to me at all. We can just switch Blacephalon. I can put another Jirachi down. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do. Fireball Circus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Let's do our 250 damage. Take our 2 prizes. Dedenne-GX on the bench means that I can finish things off with a... There's a quick ball too. So the toughest part about playing Blacephalon is finding your quick balls. It's like you only got 4 of them. That's why a lot of lists are playing great balls. We do have 1 great ball on our list right now, which, you know, just to help you find your Pokemon. In a pinch, great ball can do it. But, yeah, that's one of the most stressful parts about playing Blacephalon. A lot of times with your Stellar Wishes, all you're looking for is Welder and quick balls. That's it, right? That's it. You Stellar Wish, you're like, I'm hoping for a quick ball or a Welder. One of those two. It's like most of your Stellar Wishes are looking for one of those 2 cards. Occasionally you're looking for a Hearth or a Fire Crystal, but usually it's it's Welder or Quick Ball. Those are the two big ones. Like, I've got Welder in hand. We just need a Quick Ball. You know, that's like the constant scenario. Like, I got Welder. Where's the Pokemon? Guess I'm gonna have to Welder onto a Jirachi or something. That's usually a nightmare scenario. Now, something else this deck can do, you know, we do play Cramorant as an alternative attacker. You could play someone like Heatran-GX as an alternative attacker. You could play someone like Reshiram Charizard as an alternative attacker. Those are both solid options. I like Heatran for its early aggression, especially with Phione. I'm a big fan of Phione in Welder decks. That's something that I think any Welder deck that I play from here out, especially in standard format, is just going to have Phione in it. Because being able to push around the active is very good. Being able to keep yourself from decking out is very good. It's just a great card. Phione is just insane. It's everything that you want as a Welder deck. Sometimes you don't want to attack the active. You'd rather pick something off on the bench. And Phione allows you to do just that. So, got a lot of love for Phione. You know, just giving you that selectivity with who you target as a Welder deck. Where most decks can use Boss's Orders and the draw support on the same turn, you can't. Because you play a Welder deck. Well, you could if you played Lieutenant Surge, but we're not doing that. So here we go. We're getting stamped to 4. Oh, baby. And we've got the gnarly hand. They've got the G-Max Centiferna. And I'm going to knock out my Blacephalon and take a single prize. Cool. We're going to put up the Jirachi with the damage on it. We've got Scoop Up Net, so we know where this is going. Also, at this point, we don't really need Giant Hearths because... I actually think I cut the... I did cut the Marshadow, now that I'm thinking about it. I cut the Marshadow, and I think I cut it for the Crobat, which I think at this point just seems totally right. So there's a couple things we could do. I obviously could Quick Ball for the Mewtwo, stack that. That just seems like... That seems not like what I want to do. So let's Stellar Wish first. We find the Welder, right? Which is great. So now we get to just bench this thing, and we can go Giant Hearth here. And now we have the Quick Ball. Cramorant still in the deck. Cool. And one of the cool things I can do is if I need to, I can Phione, which is neat. I can push up something if I don't have all the energy I need to knock out the big bad Senti-Scorch. Just Phione. So we've got 4 energy in our hand right now. 3 is all I really have. So I could go Scoop Up Net Dedenne change. 3rd energy. Scoop Up Net Jirachi. Go here. I would have to find some crystals. Or I could go Crobat. Crobat actually seems kind of insane, because if I data change what I want to see, 3 energy, Crobat seems kind of awesome. But then if I Crobat, I might as well Oricorio. It's the same thing. I think Oricorio seems better. Yeah, we might as well. It's the same thing. So we're going to go push here. We find Crystal. Okay, so now, I need a Switch card or a Quick Ball, something like that. And we don't find either. Cool. So we're big chill on this turn. We beefed it. I could have data changed, but it's cool. I still think we're winning this game. So, just gonna Intrepid Sword. See what's up. There's all the good cards I wanted. Yeah. I think had I data changed, I would have had it. But it really is not a race here. We're fine. Well, it is a race, but we sprinted ahead. So we can afford to sack a turn. That's not a problem. And out of this little 3-card hand, do they have Boss's Orders? Probably not. They have their Bird Keeper. So we're totally chilling. Unless they go Phione. Now, if they go Scoop Up Net Phione, then I'm in a world of pain. Because I have to give them Zacian is actually who I have to give them. I can't give them Oricorio, can't give them Blacephalon. We would give them Zacian. They do have another reset stamp, but it's fine. At this point, we've got Oricorio down, so we're totally cool. They can stamp me again, and if they stamp me again to 4, it means they're probably not going to stamp me to 1, And they're probably not going to stamp me, stamp me to 1 or stamp me to 2 or whatever we end up doing. So let's see what they have here. They are going to stamp me to 4. So that means both their stamps are down. We're probably cool on the stamp front. We've got a great hand. Giant Hearth obviously staying in play. 10 energy in the discard pile. 10. 13 totally accounted for. We have to get 7 energy. Getting 7 energy to knock out the VMAX Pokemon is not like the easiest thing to do. But my opponent will have 4 prizes left to take with the Blacephalon in the active position this next turn. So everything is in my favor right now. It's definitely my game to lose. Definitely. All right, got multiple Scoop Up Nets. But I don't really need those. I think we're going to push with Dance Tribute first. See what we get into. Okay, not a lot of energy. Not a lot of energy. No switches. Both my welders. Let's go. We've already Oricorio'd. Huh. I get Giant Hearth and Welder onto the Cramorant. I just have to find some. I haven't found any Fire Crystals yet, so I just have to find some of those. I don't really mind weldering onto the Cramorant. That seems okay to me. Even if it's just 1 fire energy onto the Cramorant. I think that's like a reasonable, because that's like a push. It's fine. We'll do that. Okay. And then we've got the Dedenne, and we've got a single fire energy. So I feel like I would like to have a switch so that I could dig in with my Jirachi, but we don't have that. So I feel like we're going to sack the Phione here. And we're going to data change all this. And I'm going to put this energy onto the Cramorant, which seems fine. I haven't used my Hearth yet, so that's good. So we're going to put this here. We're going to Quick Ball away probably the Welder. Just use Phione? Not going to use Phione because my opponent could attack with Volcanion or something next turn. If I use Phione, they'll send up Jirachi, and then they could attack with Volcanion. You know what I mean? And then it just gets more complicated. So I can't use Phione. I'm going to go for it. Okay, we're going to thin out a Blacephalon from the deck because I don't need it. And we do have 3 crystals in the deck, which is very good. So we're going to thin that out. How many Jirachis do I have in the discard pile? 2? I think that's fine. I think I'm just going to data change. Not going to put the Phione down. We're just going to ship it. That seems okay. Because that way I still have 1 more bench spot for Crobat if I want it. Okay, and we've got our 7 energy. So we go here. And we take that. And we go here. And we take those. And then Great Ball. Just to thin the deck. Like a stack Welder. Which is good. So we're going to do that. Should pretty much guarantee it. Stack Welder, and then we go Fireball Circus. Discard our 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. 350 damage. And then, oh, attack with Volcanion. I guess they can't attack with Volcanion because Blacephalon doesn't get knocked out by Volcanion, but I still think it was correct to. Yeah, Blacephalon doesn't get knocked out by Volcanion, but I still think that it's correct to. It felt correct not to Phione there. I don't know. Because if I Phione there, they give me 1 prize. I felt like, what if they play Heatran, right? Okay, so like, okay, maybe not Baby Blacephalon, but Heatran, right? So they, like, I have 4 prizes left. What if they go, you see what I'm saying? Like, what if they go Heatran, and then, like, and then I have to attack 2 more times in order to win? Instead of, I had the crystals left in deck. I felt like if I dug enough, I could knock out the Senti Scorch. I was pretty confident in that. So I think if I Phione there, we take 1 prize, and then they go Heatran, right? And then I go Cramorant to 1, and then they can knock out my Cram, And then what if I can't, what if I can't piece it together, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Phione would have added one more turn to the game, and I didn't want that. I felt confident. There were 3 crystals in the deck and a Crobat. I was like, we're probably going to hit it here. You never draw. There were 3 in the deck. 3. All right, they're going to scoop it up. Yeah, it's GG's. We got checkmate there. It was definitely a little bit of a risk it play. We could have gone, obviously, the Phione. The Phione would have guaranteed a surprise. But that's why we play the Phione, so at least we have that option. I was feeling myself. I was feeling myself. I was feeling like we were going to get it. Off of that, we set up the Cramorant. The Heatran play was the play I was worried about. That's why I didn't want to force it to an extra turn, because I thought that maybe they'd give them an out to come back or win or whatever. But I guess they were down both their stamps. Yeah. Yeah, when you're playing Baby Blacephalon, you just go for it. Like that's want to go first? Yeah, ride or die, right? What tier do I think Blacephalon is? Like solid tier 2. I would say it's like a notch below. It's that deck that's constantly like chomping on the heels of Pikarom and ADP and Scentiscorch, and can take games off of all 3. That's what I'm saying. Afduck, I still had Crobat. I hadn't used my Hearth yet, and I had 3 crystals. I was like, yeah, we're hitting it for sure. I still had Hearth. I still had Crobat, and I had 3 crystals in deck. That's why I shipped it, right? That's why I went for it. All right, what do we got? Stellar Wish, looking for a quick ball. Always looking for a quick ball. Dude. Always. All right, bench this dude, and we're just going to pass. Seems fine. Actually, don't mind. Yeah, we'll just pass. That's fine. Blacephalon is often the go big or go home deck. That is true. Especially in current standard. Tweed, we had more outs than just the 2 crystals, though. We had more outs than just the 2 crystals. We had Crobat, which could have dug us further. We had Giant Hearth, which could have gotten us 2 more energy. So, yeah. It wasn't just like I'm going to see 6 cards and I need 2 crystals. There was more to it than that. Yeah. The draw was good. The draw was definitely good. All right, we're playing against ADP, Jirachi ADP, no less. Jirachi ADP. They're having a pretty good turn 1 here. A couple energy in play. Aurora energy. We don't always see that. They're going to get rid of Marnie and some bosses. Looks like they're going for the turn 1 altered. Bomi wants to see Lucario Melmetal next. We'll see. We'll see. I don't have my plans set up yet for what decks we're going to play this stream. Kind of just winging it today. We'll see what we're feeling. Trying to get just a few good games in with Baby Blacephalon. I feel like we beat the control deck. That was cool. I feel like beating the Scentiscorch deck. That was cool. Kind of did what we needed to do there. And then, yeah, one more good one. We're in there. All right, they got a bunch of energy in play, but no turn 1 altered. So, see, this is, you're looking for your quick ball. Every time you're looking for quick ball. Can I just find a quick ball? Can I please? Just no quick balls. Cool. So then we have to do something crazy like where I welder 1 energy to the Jirachi, which we absolutely hate to do. But that's fine. They haven't altered creation yet, so I don't really care. I'm going to go here, stack the welder back. Okay, energy on Blacephalon. Pass. And then we'll get there. We'll get there. Weird turn. But that's what I said. The most stressful part about playing Baby Blacephalon is finding your quick balls. Is it not? It's always the quick balls. Because the quick balls are harder to find than everything else, and they're more important than everything else. They can get you Dedennes, they can get you Zacians, they can get you Blacephalons, they get you Oricorio, and there's only 4 of them. They get you everything. It's exactly what you want. Now we are going to guaranteed get Marnied into the Welder. Just a gang of Welders, why not? And they've got the Alter Creation. So now I'm going to need what? A Quick Ball, probably. Giant Hearth, very good, actually. So we do like that. Unfortunately, I do have to Giant Hearth in order to just simply get this thing going. So we're going to go there. And we're going to Welder Double Fire to the Blacephalon. And okay, we don't really have, you know, some great stuff going on. Do you have a Scoop Up Net and another Giant Hearth? Boss orders. So we can go Scoop Up Nets. That's fine. Scoop Up Net this guy. Go into this guy. Stellar Wish. Find a Great Ball or Crystal. I don't have too many energy in my discard pile too. So if I grab Crystal, it'll be 3. I'll have 5. Or Great Ball can get me I feel like I kind of have to go Great Ball. So I've already used my Giant Hearth, so let's see what we're getting into. A Dedenne, right? Which is fine. So we go here, we scoop up that. Go here, pretty much have to Dedenne change. Because I need everything right now. Okay. So now I have 5 in the discard pile. Now I just need a switch and we got it. Cool. Broken deck. Stressful deck. Broken deck. Stressful though, but broken. But also stressful. Not without its stress. Yeah, just an insanely stressful deck to play. Yeah, we go here, we go here. And we let him have it. Fireball Circus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. We'll take our boom. Take our prizes. Yeah. Not a card too many there. Barely got there. Find Fire Crystal. Cool. Switch. Cool. Yeah. Busted. Alright. Now they're going to go with Zacian. And they have to, you know, make a decision. They're either going to knock out my Blacephalon, or they're going to gust and knock out my Dedenne. If they gust and knock out Dedenne, then I get to keep Blacephalon. Very easy knockout return on the Zacian. And then, yeah, tough. We're just barely gripping, you know, gripping the steering wheel here. It's, yeah, they are going to boss this turn. Fantastic. So they're going to take out the Dedenne, but then I don't have to bench another 2 prizer. So that's the temptation of this, you know, Zacian ADP deck. They actually were better off knocking out my Blacephalon. Granted, they don't know my hand, but I feel like that's a, you know, it's a pretty common error. So we're just going to just keep it chill. Nothing else that I really need here. We got Fire Crystal. We can go here. I can Giant Hearth, get more energy out of the deck. Don't really need to, though. I could discard the boss's orders. I don't really need to. We just sack 3 energy. Didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. Cool. Yep, just going to sack 3 energy. Take that out. And then we do have Switch and a bunch of energy in our hand for next turn. I should be able to KO whatever they put into the active position next turn. Should be able to. Especially with that Quick Ball there. Quick Ball, the best card in the deck. Can go get us Crobat. Go get us Oricorio. Now their only hope is that they can Maul Wild Trap me. But they can't. So we didn't have any. They would have had to have me rip something off the prizes. They're going to go ahead and scoop it up. So, GG's. Yeah, we did. I think I'm very confident we were going to have that there. And especially, I'm also pretty confident they were not going to return that knockout. So, good stuff. Good stuff, chat. I get down with coffee. Coffee's fine. Good coffee. It's gotten to the point where the Dunkin' Donuts near me is so questionable that, you know, now the Tim Hortons seems more consistent, but I can't get bagels there. The Dunkin' has better bagels. And the Dunkin' actually has better bagels than Starbucks and Tim Hortons. In fact, if I'm going for a convenient bagel, Dunkin' Donuts is like the only thing. The only reliable source for a convenient bagel in the morning that is also fast. Obviously, you've got your places like your Einstein bagels and your Brugger bagels. Like, obviously, those are like way better than Dunkin' Donuts, okay? What's questionable about the Dunkin' near me? It's like a Dunkin' gas station combo, all right? I've just gotten some questionable lattes from there. You like to try our idea. It's all love, though. I love Dunkin' Donuts. So, but Brugger's is fantastic. Now, if there are two Dunkins near me, there's the one Dunkin' that's a standalone Dunkin'. That Dunkin' is great. I've never had any problematic experiences there. But the Dunkin' that's a Dunkin' gas station combo, that one, you never know what you're getting into over there. But that's fine. That's part of the game you play. You know, part of the game you play is, you know, I'm going for the gas station Dunkin' Donuts combo, and we're just going to roll the dice and see what happens. Yeah, Big B is pretty good, but I think that for my taste, it's a little too sugary. A little bit too sugary, I think. Some of the breakfast sandwiches at Starbucks are pretty good. Especially the ones they have around Thanksgiving, like the turkey and cranberry, like whatever. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. Yeah, that thing smacks for sure. All right. I think I'm just going to put this other Jirachi down. And I guess I could Intrepid Sword. What, but I'd have to discard. None of these seem like good things to... Yeah, we're just chilling. Starbucks has oat milk. Are we playing against another Oricorio Melmetal deck? This matchup is great. I love it. Magenta Man says Tim Hortons bagels are the goated bagels. Chris K has got the real, I've been drinking Folgers at home to save money, yo. Chris K, you got it. You got it, 100%. You got it, 100%, for sure. Listen, ever since I quit energy drinks, I've needed something to waste $5 on every day. Quitting energy drinks was way too convenient. Actually. Way too convenient for my finances. All right, here we go. But no, it's definitely great to just do your, you know, to make your cup. The thing is that the Tim Hortons, this is not my only coffee. This is just my second cup of coffee. What I need to start doing is I need to actually just stop being lazy and make myself a to-go cup at home. I have a nice Yeti mug. I do. Those are the nicest. It'll keep your coffee hot all day. You guys ever used a Yeti mug? My goodness, those things, the future's here, chat. The Yeti mug is one of the most insane inventions I've ever seen. What am I going to get rid of here? I already have a welder in the discard pile. I need to welder again. I guess I'm getting rid of the Zacian. I really don't want to do that, but what I really need to do is I need to just start using the Yeti mug. Because I have it. I need another energy. Okay. So how am I going to find another energy here? I've got one crystal, one here. I just have to data change. Is what it really comes down to. I can't Giant Hearth again. So if I want to find the third energy, I am just simply going to have to data change, which is fine. I don't want to get rid of the Fire Crystal, but like, I'll do it if I got to. I think I'm just going to fail. I can attach the fire energy to this backup Blacephalon. That's fine. We're going to Scoop Up Net. That. Go here. Attach that there. Data change. Go for it. Alright, how many energy I got in the discard pile now? 1? That ain't gonna do it, Chief. Yikes. Sad. I should have let this... Oh, I could put it into the discard pile with Scoop Up Net. I'm a genius. Alright, here we go. Okay. So then we Scoop Up Net this. Yeah. I mean, whatever. We get there, right? And then we go here. Stack it. No, we're fine. Fire Crystal. There you go, chat. A little bit of creative problem solving there. And we give him the old Fireball Circus. Yeah. Zing. Got there, chat. We got there. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. And now we should be in cruise control. But no, I agree. I'd like to start doing more coffee at home. That's true. I do drink a cup of coffee from home every single day. Wow, this is a control deck. I had no idea. So I usually start my morning with a coffee from home. What I would like to do is start to, yeah, take a to-go cup, like I said. A to-go cup. I would like to do that. That'd be great. I suspect that I am going to lose this game. Now that we're here, I thought I was playing against a Lucario Melmetal deck. But it's not a Lucario Melmetal deck. It is Starly Control. BK Freak says people call milk with a little coffee in it coffee, which is weird to me. That's funny. I guess I'm Weldering again. Here we go. Yeet. Now I've got like no hand disruption in this whole deck, so they're just gonna get to Starly for whatever they want, and that's just the way it is. Sick. All right, we're gonna Fireball Circus. There you go. That thing out of there. It's cool. I guess I've already taken 3 prizes, which is pretty decent. Another Fire Energy. Sweet. My fear is that they are gonna run me out of Switch cards, though. I'm already down 2 Scoop Up Net and 1 Switch. Or run me out of energy. Yeah, what's up, McCurry? How you doing? Those 8 months. Appreciate you, McCurry. Thanks. I am a sucker for espresso. Cryogonal. You. What are you gonna do? Make me pay? Don't you make me pay. Don't you dare make me pay. This is horrible. Don't you dare make me pay. You're gonna get rid of my welder and my fire energy. Sad. Oh, no, I get to keep the fire. We're chilling. Top deck Scoop Up Net. Okay. So what we want to do is bench this. Or Scoop Up Net that. Stack the welder. Okay, keep these cards here. And just Blazer. I think. Seems reasonable. Yeah, let's do that. Sick. Huge profit. 60 damage there. Absolutely nuts. So I have to keep my hand at a 4-card hand, or else they get to discard things, which is not cool. Let's see. They sacked my welder. They've sacked energy. Okay. No, I don't need an espresso. I do love espresso, but I don't need an espresso machine. I have everything that a man could possibly want. I need no other things, especially here in the studio. We're chilling. I need to curb my own, I curb my own desires for intense amounts of caffeine a little bit. I think that would be better than feeding into them even more. You know, no sense being completely reliant on this. All right, I can always go Phione, so let's Phione and see what my opponent pushes up. Right, Phione's busted. They're gonna give me the Munchlax. That's cool. So then we're going to Welder, I guess, an extra energy to probably the active seems fine. Okay, I've got Giant Hearth. And then can go here. A couple more energy out of the deck. And then sack 2. Seems good. Take a prize. Just want another energy. Seems good. Yo, Death Striker, that's very kind of you. Thank you for that. I think, well, you know, it's just, I know how bad it gets with caffeine. Caffeine, like anything else, like, you know, too much, and it's like you can become dependent on it. I don't want to be dependent on caffeine like that. I mean, I've seen what it's like for myself, especially. I've seen what it's like if you take that road all the way down. You know, you're dual-wielding Monster energy drinks every single day. Now, some of you in the chat are going to be like, what's wrong with dual-wielding Monster energy drinks every day? That's just not personally where I want to be at. Like, and that's fine, you know, to each their own. But me personally, I'm not super trying to dual wield the monsters every day. Yeah. Franchise says I feel attacked. All right, one thing I'm never gonna need is that Oricorio. I suspect, anyways. All right. Let's get the Phione. Let's see. Where is the boss's orders in the deck? Boss's orders is in the deck. Okay. We'll grab Phione. Let me get this. I guess I just retreat into Jirachi. Seems fine. And then I can Stellar Wish. Okay, we're gonna Fire Crystal. They can still make me pay. So I don't necessarily want to do that. But having access to the Fire Crystal I think is very good. So I'm going to grab the Fire Crystal. And then we're going to put the Phione down. So they can't make me pay anymore. And we're going to pass. And then I'm going to keep the Jirachi active. And we're just going to see how this goes. I've never played this matchup before, so I don't exactly know. You know, I don't exactly know... you know, how this matchup goes or how this matchup ends up. I think having Jirachi in the active is okay. I know that they can trap it with Cryogonal, so that's why I kind of want to play the Fire Crystal. So they're just going to keep bossing things up. That's cool. All right. So I think at this point I can scoop up the Blacephalon and just attack. Seems fine. And just sack the Fireball Circus 1. Seems cool. And then all I really need to do is find the boss's orders so I can knock out the Zacian for game, right? So now my Phione's activated though. So there's that. There's Gallermine. And they probably want to stick something active with the Gallermine, obviously. Let's see. They've got the Gallermine. Do they have a third boss in their hand? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to get. Yeah. You guys do the survey. Anybody get to do the Pokemon Company International survey? That was super sick. They were asking about like draft formats. They were asking about cube formats, things like that, which was really exciting. All right, here's Cryogonal. Big C money. They got the boss's orders. They're gonna item lock this thing. This is their whole game plan. Right here. Is to lock the Dedenne with the Gallermine and not let me get out of it. That's the whole game plan. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Bunch of stuff I can't play. So we just pass. Eventually they will knock out the Dedenne, right? And then I can Phione loop. So I guess they want to boss up my Phione eventually. So I probably want to put the Phione back into the deck, right? But they can make them pay, right, and discard all my hand if I just let them do this. Which I guess is the scary part. Right? Because they're just going to Cynthia and Caitlin for the boss back. Eventually they want to bring up the Phione. So I have a retreat cost of 3 right now. How many hearts do I have in the discard pile? 2. So odds are I will find another hearth eventually. So we're going to put the Phione back into the deck. We're going to Phione something else up. And I have my... So I guess I have to go on to this Mewtwo. How many energy do I have left? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's fine. Put an energy there. Pass. I guess eventually I will top deck a Giant Hearth, right? Which would be sick. It's tough because all I really need is the, you know, boss's orders, obviously. But I don't want to put myself in a situation where I can very easily get, you know, have them use Make 'em Pay as well. The double Hammer Tails was very good for me for sure. But we could top deck a Hearth at any moment. Top deck a Hearth, I should be more or less out of here. I like having 1 energy on each of these guys. Seems good. I don't want to bench anything else, but I don't want to open myself up. I don't want to open myself up to a Make 'em Pay thing, because they would obviously just sack both of my guys. So let's bench this and pass. Let's see. Do they ever win if we have Phione? I'm not sure. I just have to not bench out, obviously. I'm not sure how this game ends. They only have 7 cards left, so I don't really know. And there we go. Okay. So I don't really know what their win con is. Let's take a look. We only have 2 energy left in the deck, so that's something that we have to be wary of. So I think we just hold here, though. I mean, because I could go up, I could get 2 energy out of the deck, knock out the Cryogonal, then I have 1 energy left. And it's like, are we playing deck out game, or? I think I'll keep. Because I don't want to get... Or just retreat. They will just boss again. I know they have the boss in hand, so there's no point in retreating unless I'm going to take a KO. So I'm just going to pass. All right, we're just going to pass. I'm not sure, because we retreat, you just boss again. He wants the Dedenne active. Do they have another Galarmine? Probably. Well, I'm not going to play it. So I get to keep this for now. Which means that if any point, if I top deck, which this is really good because I get to keep using the Giant Hearth to discard unwantables out of my hand. So right now, if at any point I top deck boss's orders, I win, which is where we want to keep it. Right. So we're going to Giant Hearth the Fire Crystal out of my own hand, the Switch out of my own hand. Yeah, I get the Switch out of my own hand. It's fine. Okay. Pass. Why not retreat KO? Because I only have 2 energy left in my deck. Right? How many switches do I have? 1 more switch. If I top deck boss, when I get boss, I win. I'll bring up the Zacian and knock it out. And they only have 3 cards left in their deck. So they have to figure out something too. The last switch. That's fine. I think that the crystal is actually probably less meaningful. So we'll go there and pass. Let's see. They're not even using airmail, so there's nothing in their deck that they want. They're going to retreat, counter stadium. It's fine. I still have counter stadium in my hand. And frozen lock. Okay. Got another energy in our hand. So at this point, we just go here. Get rid of the Fire Crystal. Get an energy out. It's fine. Pass. And then see what's up. They only got one card left in the deck. Frozen lock again. And we've got 4 cards left. Top deck boss, we win. No. Can't bench that. Discard the Jirachi. Okay. Pass. Crystal, yeah, Crystal is the dead card. We don't need Crystal. They've got 0 cards left in the deck. They have to retreat into Doll and put it back into the deck unless they want to lose. So they're going to Bird Keeper into Doll, right? Put the Doll back into the deck. And then item lock me again. They're going to Ordinary Route and energy back into. They should be running out of resources at this point. Should be. And they're going to Doll back in, so they've got 4 cards. Now they could... Another energy. Doll back. Okay. So they could Doll loop. You know, I just need a boss off the top and I win. Yep. Cool. So we're going to Giant Hearth away the Welder. Okay. 50-50 shot. Pass. See what they got this turn. All right. 50-50. It's cool, bud. Phione? Come on. Pass? Please. Please. Oh, please. All right. And we win, chat. You know, quite the game. But we do finally get there. And I doubt that my opponent thought that I had it. But we knew we had it. It was only a matter of time. And we were eventually going to get there. GG's. My goodness. Yeah. The Phione loop versus Control. I know. We were actually going to keep that Phione loop going forever. And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. If you've got extra cards lying around the house and you're trying to get some cash for them or store credit or a new booster box, make sure to check out the Full Grip Games buy list. We are always buying bulk and singles here at the shop, and selling your cards to Full Grip Games directly supports the content I create here on Tricky Jim. Filling out a buy list is really easy to do. You just visit the website, click on the buy list section, and fill out the buy list with the cards you want to sell us. You send us the cards, and we send you the cash or a new booster box or store credit, whichever you choose. It's really that easy. Y'all take it easy and have a most busted day. Peace.